Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing this Monday? Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here today. Here's your daily news report and fourth stimulus check update. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi now wants to advance a bipartisan infrastructure bill and the $3.5 trillion budget plan at the same time. Also, there are a few ways that you can receive an extra stimulus check this year. If you were one of the winners I had announced for last Friday's gift card giveaway, please remember to check your email. This coming Friday, I will be announcing 3 more winners of my Amazon gift card giveaway. Please enter the giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and also leaving a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said she is looking to advance a bipartisan infrastructure bill and a broader $3.5 trillion budget framework simultaneously, which is an effort to keep the House Democrats united as the chamber prepares to take up the plans. Pelosi said to her Democratic colleagues that she had asked the House Rules Committee to explore the possibility of a rule which governs floor debate that moves forward the budget resolution and bipartisan infrastructure bill. Both measures passed the Senate last week. Nancy Pelosi said her plan is for the House to pass the $3.5 trillion budget resolution the week of August 23rd, which would then pave the way for the Democratic-controlled House to approve its sweeping reconciliation bill, encompassing President Biden's priorities for health care, child care, and education as soon as possible. Pelosi's plan to tie the bipartisan infrastructure bill with the budget resolution comes after a group of 9 moderate Democrats told her last week that they would not vote for a budget resolution until the bipartisan infrastructure plan passes the House and is signed into law. But her effort to move the 2 bills at the same time has already fallen flat with moderate Democratic lawmakers, who reiterated in a statement later Sunday that their view was unchanged. Vote first on the bipartisan bill swiftly and then consider the budget resolution.
It'll cut taxes, lower costs for the American people, create good-paying jobs, invest in our future while tackling the climate change crisis. It's big, it's bold, it's strong. And it'll be paid for by making our tax code more progressive and more fair without raising taxes on working families and small businesses, by asking corporations and the wealthy to pay their share. It boils the average American's blood when they see multi-billionaires paying virtually no taxes. And that was done by the Republicans under Donald Trump. It was reported that you had a greater chance of being audited if you made $40,000 a year than if you made $40 million a year, because they decided to go after the cheaters of the earned income tax credit. But that's where the Republican Party is these days, with the very wealthy, the very powerful, and the right wing who doesn't want to see government help the people at all. So, the job, make it easier for the middle-class Americans to stay in the middle class and build ladders into the middle class for hard-working people. And let me just say something about this. This is my gut. For the last 20 years, there's been a sourness in the land. The American character has always been, for centuries, a bright, sunny, optimistic character. The American dream, very simple. It says, the average American would say, it means if I work hard, I'll be doing better 10 years from now than I'm doing today, and my kids will be doing still better than me. That faded. It created a sourness in the land, and in my judgment, it elected a man who had such awful values and was so divisive as Donald Trump. The mission, it's a mission, is to not allow that to happen again. And the way to do that is to restore that American dream and give middle-class Americans, poor Americans, hope for the future. They don't expect us to snap our fingers and get it all done at once. But they sure expect us to give them some hope and some progress, and that's what we're trying to do with both bills. So, let me say, what we're doing here isn't easy. We've labored for months and months to reach this point, and we have no illusions. Maybe the hardest work is yet to come. But we are united in a desire to get it done. And so far, so good.
Another round of stimulus payments could be included in the reconciliation bill. Senator Bernie Sanders is trying to convince other lawmakers to include a 4th stimulus check into the $3.5 trillion reconciliation package. Bernie Sanders, who has not been involved in the bipartisan negotiations, voiced his concerns over the lack of progressive policies, which are not included in the package. Bernie Sanders, who has not been involved in the bipartisan negotiations, voiced his concerns over the lack of progressive policies included in the package. In an interview with PBS, he spoke to the disillusionment many feel towards the government, saying, "There are a lot of people in our country, working class people, who are losing faith in the ability of the government to address their needs. And what we are doing is just that." Measures that did not make it into the infrastructure bill, including universal pre-K, free community college, and paid family leave, are included in the reconciliation package. In comments made by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, he has said that he would like to see these aspects of Biden's family and jobs plan passed through reconciliation. In order for a reconciliation bill to be passed, Congress must first approve a budget resolution. A budget resolution includes instructions for committees to propose changes to the annual budget. New York Magazine has reported that Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi both hope to have a budget resolution passed before the end of August. This would allow for staff to pull together the budgetary changes from each of the committees into a reconciliation package that could then be voted on when members return to Washington. Before lawmakers head home, they would also like to have the bipartisan infrastructure plan passed, which is why Leader Chuck Schumer has pushed a group of senators to come to an agreement quickly. During the crisis, many parents were forced to opt out of the labor force when childcare constraints got in their way of returning to work. Providing free daytime care for younger children could alleviate a huge burden for families and make it possible for people to get a job without having to worry about their wages being largely wiped out by daycare fees. This bill also seeks to continue the newly expanded child tax credit. In March of this year, the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan enhanced the child tax credit for the current tax year only, but many lawmakers are fighting to keep that enhancement beyond 2021. Under the new child tax credit, parents with children under the age of 6 are eligible for up to $3,600. Meanwhile, the credit is worth up to $3,000 for children aged 6 to 17 and up to $500 for those aged 18, as well as older children who are full-time students and claimed as dependents. Many U.S. households are still trying to recover from the financial impact of this crisis, and universal pre-K and boosted child tax credit could be extremely helpful in that regard. So everyone, that's the end of the video for this afternoon. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here today. I greatly appreciate it. Remember that this coming Friday, I will be announcing 3 more winners of my Amazon gift card giveaway. Please enter the giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and also leaving a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a very blessed week.